did you know there was more?
Checkpoints, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you know you had arrived and there was more? Is that right?
Again, and I've never looked at it like, oh, that was the moment I arrived, like it for me, and I've had to explore this in this last couple years because I really have had to say, what am I doing? What do I want to be doing? And in this changing landscape of entertainment, it's a very different place right now. And so I was sort of trying to be introspective of sort of like, well, what do I want to be doing that will make me feel like I'm advancing on some achievement. And for me, it's like there's a hum. There's a hum for me. Like when I'm doing what I love doing and it feels like I've contributed or I've had some impact on something and have moved a project forward or a writer forward or a script forward, I just get a hum. And it's like, and I just kept saying over these last couple of years where I've been looking for my next thing, it's like, I just want the hum again. I want a hum. Like that's kind of it. And maybe in its simplicity, that's growth for me, sort of like answering that question is probably a lot of money toward therapy, but because I'm trying to drill down of sort of like what are the things that just make me feel happy, and that for me is success.
So you want me to answer it too? Mm-hmm. My answer is going to be way less amazing than that. Mm-hmm. My drug of choice is momentum. I live in absolute fear of stagnation. I can't even tolerate the thought of complacency. So I always want to push a little bit further and try to do a little bit more. And how I know that I'm in the right space, I was actually just talking to Anna about that yesterday when we've got this big business, we're thinking about what's next, what we're gonna do, and we've like committed, like everything we do must be in the helping space, because that's what feels right. Like we're not gonna go start like a t-shirt company tomorrow or a coffee company tomorrow, even though Anna probably would love to start a. What'd you say? We do pajamas. But to me, like the healing space just feels right because it feels like it's in my heart, and I just can't handle stagnation. So like even envisioning an event like this, I would talk to Adam, I would talk to Anna, I would talk to Cecil. I'd be like, I think that somebody like her has an incredible story, and as therapists, we need to hear it because we keep giving up on our clients without even realizing we're doing it. And I want you to come explain how you did the things you did. And then when you're doing a therapy session and it feels like all hope is lost, I want you to remember Christina. I want you to remember.
There's hope. No, I'm kidding.
It's true. I want you to remember that Tiffany Haddish slept in a car in front of the building she would one day be a co-owner of. Think about that for just a second. Like, she was asleep in a car in front of the Laugh Factory where she would one day be one of the co-owners of the business.
Yeah.
I want you thinking about that when you're doing therapy, because your client is going to be saying stuff to you like, I'm so depressed I can't even get out of bed. I want you to, Tiffany Haddish owned the building she was sleeping in front of. You can get out of bed. Don't say it like that. Don't. But that's the attitude I want you to have. Like, I want you to believe in your client. Like, I'm almost crying right now. I want you to believe in your clients with so much, like, conviction that someone might think you're crazy. Because I know when my grandmother believed in me, people thought she was crazy. Because I was acting stupid when I was 10 and 12. But my grandmother knew my father was abusing me. So my grandmother like gave me permission to be stupid, and she never once gave up on me ever. So somehow I just thought I was worthy. And that's a ridiculous thing, but like I just thought I was worthy because you never quit. I promise you, your clients just need you to not quit. Like, you think you're just good at, like, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm not good at solution-focused brief therapy. In fact, I think it's kind of bullshit. You wanna know the truth? what I'm really good at is not giving up on people. And I use solution-focused brief therapy to communicate my lack of ability to give up. That's why I always talk to you guys about the astronaut question. When a 10-year-old child tells you I want to be an astronaut, the only acceptable response is, what planet do you want to go to? Anything else sounds like doubt, and you don't believe in that kiddo.
Yeah.
You have to talk to people as if they can achieve, and somehow they achieve. Now, sometimes, like my grandmother, sometimes it was an investment. My grandmother talked to the knucklehead 10-year-old because she knew he was going to be a brilliant 27-year-old. And to this day, I don't know how she knew that, but she knew it. I remember maybe the coolest thing, I don't even remember which book it is, but one of my books is dedicated to my grandmother. And I was so excited. I was like, Grandma, if you turn to that first page, it says dedicated to Annette Hellum. And I was like, Grandma, look. And my grandmother had no shock at all. Like, if someone dedicates a book to you,
Yeah.
be like, yeah, you know, something. My grandmother opened the page. I'm not making this up. My grandmother opened the page. She looked at it and she goes, I knew it.
I love it.
And just sat it down. I was like, Grandma, read it. Like, she just went, I knew it. Put it down.
Yeah.
Like, that's a crazy level of belief. But be crazy. Like, be psychotic. Be psychopathically interested in people and their ability to change, and they change.